I am thrilled as and I'll put emphasis on this, outgoing president for MFAP to present on behalf of MFAP the award tonight. Excited, excited. I've been giving our awardee a hard time all day. But as many of you know, I have to pause because I have great memories of him. Dr. Gerald K. Smith was one of our original chairs of MFAP, and that's Michigan Forum of African Americans in Philanthropy. And this award was established in 2013 to honor the work and philosophy of Dr. Smith. He was a strong advocate and mentor, a bold and charismatic leader, and a pioneer in the field. And how many of you had an interaction with, look at there, wonderful, just great memories, great memories. He dedicated his career to making life better for children and their families, especially in the Detroit area. The award honors the legacy and leadership of Dr. Smith, recognizing significant efforts and contributions of individuals in the field whose work and grant-making activities promote effective and responsive social change in African American communities, and one more thing, and who has demonstrated leadership, impact, creativity, and collaboration. That's a lot, right? It's an honor to announce the 2022 Dr. Gerald K. Smith Award for Philanthropy in the person of Mr. Yazeed Moore. Yoo-hoo! Yes. Yes. Yazeed's looking like, can I get under that table? No? He is the Senior Program Officer at the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. Yazeed excels in his approach to grant making with an unapologetic commitment to community, youth, racial equity, and empowerment of Black excellence and joy. Yes, yes, woo-hoo! He is a stalwart champion in advocating for the needs of youth and their families. He understands both the power and responsibility of philanthropy to positively change lives. His passionate leadership also extends beyond his deep commitment to connecting with community. He supports and mentors his internal team members along the way. We are incredibly grateful for Yazeed's more than 20 years of dedication to advancing efforts seeking systemic change at the national, state, and local levels. Let's take a look at the video.
Because of the great work that you've done in philanthropy and the love that several people on this Zoom call have for you and your work, that you are this year's awardee for the Gerald R. Smith Award in Philanthropy.
Thank you, for this honor. I knew who the man Gerald was, and so just to be even mentioned in that same light.
Yazeed is an amazing, giving individual who has devoted his career to making the community a better, more equitable place to be, especially for children and families. 20 years in philanthropy, 8 of which at the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, where he has performed incredible, innovative work that has truly made a difference. An amazing team leader and team member, always working in collaboration, never looking to get credit, always looking to get the job done well. A great father, husband, community member. What more can I say about someone who I think so highly of? It is a pleasure to work with you, Yazeed. This recognition is so well deserved.
Yazeed, my fellow Hoosier, I would like to congratulate you on being the 2022 recipient of the Dr. Gerald K. Smith Award for Philanthropy. For the past 20 years, you have led with integrity and with wisdom and grace, whether it's been in Battle Creek or Grand Rapids or Detroit or Flint. You have gone above and beyond the call of duty to serve Black and Brown children. I thank you both personally and professionally for always sharing your wisdom with me, for teaching me the art and science and sometimes the politics of philanthropy. I'm so glad that your 20 years have been recognized in this manner, and I wish you all the best.
Yazeed truly embodies the essence and soul of this honor. Yazeed does not clock in and clock out for the job. He is the work, beautifully modeling justice and righteousness through his grant making, his mentoring, his guidance, and if you know him, you see him as a father, as a friend, and as a cultural preservationist and promoter. Yazeed is one of the rare people whose soul is both anchored in the past with respect and honor and wisdom of our elders, but manifests in love and joy and hope for our community today. He believes in us being good, and when it gets hard, he is right there to keep the effort going. Congratulations, Yazeed.
That earlier picture, I promise that's me up there. The pandemic brought a lot of changes, and apparently one of those changes was me growing hair at the age of 47, so who knew? I'm completely humbled and honored to stand before you and receive this prestigious award, especially an award named after such an incredible man who did so much good, as well as being in the company of past honorees who I greatly admire and respect, and I'm fortunate to call colleagues in this change work we attempt to do each day. In the face of incredible forces, as we all know, the system always snaps back and adapts, because this work rarely takes place in still waters. I'd also like to thank the Forum for selecting me and those that were so kind and gracious to nominate for me for this tremendous honor. I've never done this work to be seen or applauded or for fame in the 20 years I've been in the sector. Rather, I've done this work because it needs to be done to provide people a pathway and an opportunity to a better and more bountiful life. I could stand here and quote Dr. King's seminal and bold quote about philanthropy, but my God is an example for this work. Even before I knew that there was a sector called philanthropy, came from a humble 2-bedroom Section 8 apartment on 852 North County Line Road in Gary, Indiana, where my mother and I lived, in a shotgun-style house, also in Gary, Indiana, on 2356 Fillmore Street, where my grandmother and grandfather raised 7 kids on a steel-billed salary. And it simply was this: if you have, you do. At a young age, I never quite understood this testament, because in my mind, we didn't have a lot, so how can we do for others? But that was the lesson. I'm incredibly grateful that I've been able to work in the field with tremendous haves to do just that, in partnership with people, children, families, and communities who deserve the best that life should offer. Who knew those early talking tos, as my mother and grandmother would say, and life lessons and examples imparted on me at such an early age will be my life's work, calling, and passion to make life just a little better for folk who deserve so much more, but ask for so little. Thank you again for this tremendous honor. Good night.